Oh, hello. I'm Big Red Boy,
And believe it or not, I'm Kinkerton.
and together we're the hosts of the, say it with me, Kink, Mario
Mario Creators
Creators
Podcast.
Podcast. So, Kinkerton, would you consider yourself a pillar of the S&W community?
No, I don't think I'd go that far. See, I've made a ROM hack. I've made two actually. Um,
Mm,
I've seen a few things here and there. I've heard a few things here and there. You know,
that's insane. That's amazing.
yeah. But I don't think I'm in the position where I could call myself a pillar in the community.
No, I mean, I wouldn't.
No. So, but would you, Big Red Boy, consider yourself like chief executive or like president
You
of
know,
the Mario Maker 2 community?
I was thinking about it, and I think I'd go that far. I
You
think I
would?
would say that, yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Mm-hmm. So, Kink, tell the audience what our podcast is about.
So,
What are we setting out to do?
so I don't know what we're setting out to do, but I know what we're going for.
Okay.
And I don't know if you've heard about this at all, but there's a huge divide between the S&W community and the S&M2 communities. And I try to sleep at night, but the same thing keeps going round around my brain. How are we gonna
Hmm.
fix this? How are we gonna bridge the two things together?
Right.
And
I can't get out of the bed in the morning.
like it's so bad, isn't it? Like
It's getting there.
I'll be in the shower, I'll have soap in my hair, and tears will just start running down my face because I
Right.
just I can't get over this divide between the SMW community and the SMM2 community.
You should switch to L'Oreal Kids.
The real kids.
There's no tears.
It's yeah. I use. There's a lot of tears in the bathroom now, so maybe you're right. Um, I think fundamentally we can agree on one thing:
Okay.
fun Mario levels.
I think I'm on board with this. Please continue.
Okay, so everybody plays Mario and everybody has fun, right? Like whether you're
Hmm.
doing it with SMW or SMM2, you play Mario, you have fun.
Right.
So if we take both those things together and we put them together, we get fun Mario levels.
Right.
And everybody likes making and playing fun Mario levels while you're having fun while you're
Exactly.
playing a level.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so I think that's the common thing between the two communities is that we have these fun Mario levels.
I think I see what you're saying.
And I think
And
that could be the bridge, that kind of brings them together.
yeah, this overarching arc de triomphe that makes it's not only a structural wonder, it's a spectacle.
Right. It's like, have you ever been to Rome?
I have.
I haven't. But
Oh.
I know from like pictures and stuff that there's like the Colosseum, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think between the SMW and the Mario Maker 2 communities, we need a Colosseum. Not so we
Right.
can fight, but so we can come together, so we can hug. Me as an SMW player, I'd like to hug you as an SMM2 player. We could be
Right.
like brothers in Mario.
And people wouldn't cheer because they want to see violence. They cheer because they want to see hugs. They want to see us, little dirty, getting our hands dirty in these Mario levels,
Exactly.
digging deep into the Mario level conversation
Exactly.
and
They want to see
just
us like on the ground together, like dirty. They want to see it.
yes.
Yeah. So
Now,
what? What?
when I tell people about this podcast,
Okay.
right? Like Farmer John and the milkman and the lady in the red hat out on the
Right.
sidewalk. They they all kind of have this reaction like, are you serious? Like, there's a lot of scoffs, snickers, some eye rolls even.
Wow.
And I think they think this podcast is just going to be just us talking about Mario levels. Like, are you serious?
That's ridiculous. Why would we start a podcast just centered around Mario levels? No, that's not the point. We're trying to dig deep into the lives of the community. We're trying to get to know everybody. We're
Get our
trying to.
hands dirty.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. We're trying to really, really dig deep here.
Mm-hmm. And we might even dig ourselves into a canyon
Like,
for not
Christ,
for if we get ahead of ourselves.
I hope not. That'd be a huge problem.
But in the event that we did get that deep,
Okay.
we have a solution,
Oh, thank God.
and it is the bridge that
Like,
we're building.
oh my God. You
Yes,
mean like the bridge between the SMW and the SMM2 communities?
exactly,
Holy shit.
exactly.
I get it.
All right, well, let's get going.
Let's do this together. All right, we have a good show for you today. We are sitting here with the Bosch himself, the precision master and drum player Chess WC. How are you doing, Chess?
Very good, thank you. How you guys doing?
I'm
Pretty
doing pretty
good,
well. I can't complain.
Thanks for having me.
of
Um,
course.
Red, do you wanna lead us off?
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to ask you something. It's gonna come on hot. Here it is.
hmm
Do we have this?
Yes, we do.
That
That's
is
amazing.
perfect. We have
We ha-
this.
we have this. Yeah, exactly.
So when I think of you as a streamer, this like image of you pops in my head, and it's just this happy dude drinking a beer and throwing himself at spikes for like hours.
Yeah, that
Would you
sounds
say
like
that
fun.
is an accurate description of you?
That's actually the best description of my stream that I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I like dying. Throwing myself at a spike over and over. I like to say that you see the spike, you know how you die, so it's not a surprise, or it's just like, okay, I'm gonna die there. I'm cool with this. I'm chill.
Yeah. That kind of goes into like my question because I hate precision personally.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm
yeah,
warming
yeah,
up to it,
yeah,
but it's like I've heard Aldwolf say that too. It's like you know it's your own fault. Like you get it.
yeah.
Like it's not like jank. It's never jank, really. Maybe sometimes, but
The hitboxes on those spikes in Mario
When
Maker
there's
2.
jank in precision, it's very it leads to salt, or anything puzzly, or anything that's not like just straightforward precision is like, man, come on.
Maybe we should
yeah.
talk about hitboxes. I don't know, would you change the hitboxes as they are now, or do you feel you've gotten kind of used to how they are? Because,
Uh,
like,
okay.
yeah. Compared to Mario
Okay,
Maker 1, they're terrible.
Yeah. Okay. So my theory, if you could call it that, is that they kind of wanted to eliminate Trump jumps and really crazy stuff you saw in Mario Maker 1 by limiting the possibilities, right? Making the hitboxes a little bit more, straightforward, I guess. Not leave a lot of room, a lot of wiggle room. And what they did is that they made precision harder in the process. That's kind of how I
Right.
feel about it. But I just got used to the new stuff. I don't, it's crazy, but whenever I play Mario Maker 1, it's funner. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I love Mario Maker 2, but whenever I happen to go back and play Mario Maker 1, I'm like, wow, this feels so good. Like, it feels different, and a little bit more wiggle room, I guess, makes it funner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, did you start out with Mario Maker 1 Precision, or did you not get into Precision until Mario Maker 2?
Okay, so the way that I discovered Mario Maker, first of all, I heard about Mario Maker coming out in 2013. I heard about it being announced, and I was really excited. I love creative stuff and music, of course. I guess we'll get to that later, but I wanted to make my own Mario level. So when the game came out in September of 2015, I bought it a month late. I bought it in October, and my first level had precision in it. So I had no idea what precision was, but my very first level already had precision. My second level is basically a one-screen precision level.
That's
This is in
amazing.
2015,
You're
and I
ahead of
had
your
no
time.
idea. Sorry, yeah, I didn't hear anything about Twitch or anything. I got into Twitch like years later, but back then, I that's kind of what I liked about the game. To these precise platforming, I kind of like that for some reason.
Hmm. Yeah, there's something nice about it. I've been playing the easier ones, and yeah, it's just kind of like you're getting good at like controlling Mario a little bit better. I was
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
I was playing some of your old, or I guess it's your recent ones, because most of your levels are like 10-second precision levels that are really hard. But it's just so yours are so tight in comparison to the ones I'm like, I guess acquainted
yeah,
to.
yeah. Oh yeah. I want to make a team precision world. I've been talking about it a long time. I want to make a bunch of chill precision levels and make a precision world that somebody can come in and be like, "Oh, I like this."
Hmm.
Hearing the first podcast, Real Bichin saying how the team precision world was so fun, and it's true.
Yeah,
And you
and he
should play
hates
it.
precision, or he
Yeah,
hated before that world. Yeah, I think a lot
yeah.
of people did, or just had like a different
There
uh
you go. Like
image of it.
yeah, exactly. And some people do a lot of chill precision stuff. I've always thought of doing it a lot, even though my levels are some of them are kind of like short, hard levels. But I've always wanted to kind of make more accessible precision, so to speak. Get more people into the team and stuff.
Hmm. For sure.
And my views and my first memory of precision personally is watching Spatulum play
Mm.
Pesto.
Oh
Mm.
wow.
Yeah, the infamous Pesto series. Like, first of all, when is Pesto 3 coming out?
Okay, Pesto 3, I would like to finish making it by June or July, like
Oh my
this
god.
these next couple of
Jeez.
months. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna upload because the Pesto 2, for example, was made in December of 2020 and then uploaded in July of 2021.
Okay,
So it took
just
me like 7 months.
for people who don't know what Pesto is, it's like this, like the lava's rising or the poison's rising. Do you want to explain it, Chess?
Sure. Pesto is I made a level called Luigi Simmers in his own Pesto. As I said, I uploaded in July of 2021, and it took me 33 days in a row of streaming to
Jesus.
upload this thing. It was horrendous, and in my mind, I was like, because I was used to making like levels that were like 3 day, 4 day uploads at most.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, to me, 3 days was like, man, this is gonna be tough. Okay, yeah, I'm proud of this one, whatever. Then Pesto, I made it, and I was like, okay, so I think we got this in like 5 to 7 days, and little did I know, 33 days later. I guess the level build itself, when you think about it, Pesto is just all about chasing the player up with the lava. The lava goes up, and there
Yeah.
are these corridors of like single block corridors with roofs of spikes. So it's
Yeah, it's
like
like
very precise.
perfect height
Yeah,
jumps. Yeah, and it's very
it's
fast. You got to do it like perfectly.
yeah, exactly. And the story behind that level and the sequel is called Mario Simmers in his own ragu.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're gonna call the part 3 is gonna be Toadette Simmers in her own Pepto, and it's
Oh,
gonna be New Soup. And I don't know what
yeah.
the fourth one's gonna be called. But anyways, the story behind that is that in Mario Maker 1, I started making these single block corridor type of levels, and I really just started making that, and I made a couple of levels like that, and then Explosive Druid, you know Explosive Druid from Mario Maker community, an amazing maker.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he was like, "Hey, Chess, keep doing those levels, keep making those levels. Like that's your style." And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna just make a bunch of. I made a bunch of levels like that." And Pesto is simply those levels, but with rising lava. So
Yeah.
Rising Lava was the thing that I literally when I put the Mario Maker game on, Mario Maker 2, when it just came out, that's the first thing I did. I just really like that idea of the Rising Lava.
Yeah, it's super cool. It's like I always think of Donkey Kong Country with the rising acid in the
Oh
second one, I
man,
think.
I haven't played that.
Oh, really?
I
think
played
you'd
the
like
first
it.
one a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, same. I only played the first one. I never got into the second one.
So-
I kind
I know this.
of what?
I played it casually, the second one, like with is it Diddy Kong?
Yeah, Diddy Kong and
Diddy and Dixie.
yeah.
Dixie, right? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
That's
that one's one of my favorite games of all time,
I
actually.
have a my
Nice.
SNES with my EverDrive or my SD to SNES rather. I don't know why I don't play any of those like classic games that I missed out on.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm.
I should go back and play that. And you play a lot of retro games, right? What was
Yeah.
your first console and video game that got you kind of hooked on gaming?
Okay, so my first memory of there was an Atari at my house, and I was like very, very small and very young, and I remember playing Adventure. It's a little square that goes around, and then you find a key, and there's a dragon. I remember that, but really the Nintendo for me was like, okay, I was more aware of what was going on, and I was like, yo, I want a Nintendo. And I got a Nintendo, and I got Mario 1, and we
Mm.
played it for about a whole week without running. We would like get to 1-2 and not be able to beat 1-2 for
Yeah.
a whole week. And then I went to a friend's house, and he was like, dude, what are you doing? You gotta run, man. And I was like, what?
Yeah. I feel
Man.
like that's like the thing you tell everybody too is like when you try to explain to like a newcomer how to play like Mario, this like ancient game at this point. You're
Yeah.
like, you gotta hold the Y button with one part of your thumb
Yeah.
and jump with the other part. And they're like, why
And
would you ever
yeah.
do this?
Yeah. That's crazy, yeah. Yeah.
I see that
And
a lot.
And basically, I'll just kind of keep going with the video game story. So after the Nintendo, I had a Super Nintendo,
Mhm.
and I played like Earthborn Jim. I didn't have a lot of games, but my friends had a lot of games, so I would just go to my friend's house and play over there. But then I didn't play video games for 20 years. I'm not even
Ooh.
kidding. I skipped 64, and with some exceptions. For example, I did play for almost a year. This is a big exception. I played a Nintendo GameCube, and I played Metroid Prime, Mario Sunshine, and I played Zelda Wind Waker.
Mhm.
But that was it in those 20 years. And another occasion where I played Mario Galaxy at my sister's house. But I literally, because of music and drumming and stuff like that, I literally didn't play video games. And then I started getting into retro games about like 8 years ago, I would say.
And you never really played those that much growing up, right? Like most of the retro games you play?
No. Growing up, I played Nintendo, and I
Mhm.
played Mega Man 2 is my favorite. Mario 2 is my favorite nostalgically. Mario 2 USA. And, Super Nintendo, I didn't have a lot of games, but I did play a lot of Super Nintendo at my friend's house, like F-Zero, Donkey Kong Country, Mario Kart. I played a lot of Mario Kart SNES. It's so good. I really like that one. For example, I can't play Mario Kart 64. It's too punishing. It's too brutal.
Really, I feel the same. I feel it the opposite about it. Like I feel like
Wow.
64 is like so much smoother than
Yeah. Oh,
the
wow.
yeah, because like the sprite. I don't know, like the way the sprites move when you're steering
Yeah.
in the Super Nintendo version. I feel like it's like so slippery and the perspective's all weird. I don't know, but that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you.
See, my issue with the N64 is, I don't know, it's like a controversial kind of hot take, is the
Yeah.
controls did not age well at all.
How
They're
so?
they're
The
dog
controls,
water.
well, some people also would say, I mean, me included, but I don't mind the graphics that much, but people say that the graphics didn't age well either, right? But
Right.
I mean,
No, they
nothing
definitely
I,
did.
nothing from back then really aged well. I mean, look at SMW, it's just a bunch of pixels, really.
I I just You're right, exactly, exactly. So I just played Mario 64 for the first time, and I complained about the camera a little bit, but I kind of forgot about it. It wasn't a big deal, you know.
Yeah, you get used to it. That's my problem in like getting into games. Like I played Metroid Prime, and if you remember how bad the controls are on that, but then I ended up beating the game and I loved it so much that I
Hello?
played the other two games.
Mhm.
And it's it's something that I can get over if the controls are kind of good, but
Hello?
for the N64 I just could not get past just how
I'm sorry.
awful.
I didn't hear anything for the last like 20 seconds. I don't know what happened.
Oh, did I cut out?
No,
Yes,
you
but
were fine.
on my end, I
Yeah,
don't
Uh,
I
know
could
what
hear you.
happened.
I
I
could hear.
played Metroid Prime,
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
and I, if you remember how bad the controls were with that, like,
Okay.
and I got used to it, and
Okay.
I liked it a lot, and so I got into, playing Metroid 2 and Metroid 3. Metroid Prime 2 and 3.
Okay.
But
Mhm.
when I was playing, the hell's it called? Mario 64, I just could not get used to the controls to the point that it was
Oh,
like
wow.
so
Yeah.
frustrating. And usually I'm able to adapt to controls, but the
Yeah.
N64 I just couldn't. I think it's just a product of its time and something not for me.
Yeah, no, I hear it. No, as many people say, it's hard to go back to the 64 if you skipped it, for example, or if you didn't, kind of grow up with it.
Yeah, g- there's like a. I think this is pretty well known, but when you said that thing about like SMW is just pixels, like I
Hmm.
think that's like a. I think that's more aesthetically pleasing in
Yeah.
hindsight, and it's aged better.
I see. I see your point.
Oh yeah,
You
I
know what I
love
mean?
I love those vanilla S&W graphics so much that like when I'm creating a ROM hack or something, I tend to repurpose vanilla graphics over using graphics from different video games just because of how nice
Yeah.
they
Iconic.
are. Yeah.
Yeah, or just yeah, not, yeah. That, but I'm just saying like a testament to what I'm my argument is like the indie games that are coming out. A lot of them are like pixel art.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
I think there's not many like low poly games as like an aesthetic choice. I mean
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
is, but it's I don't think they're as common or
Yeah. Yeah.
revered.
All right, do you
But
want my hot take on that?
sure.
I think it's cuz the devs are lazy.
Uh
I think of like the low poly. If you look at games like
Look
Omori
at.
for instance, the graphics they work, because it's like a top-down RPG, it's styled after Earthbound and stuff. But then like Celeste and like every other game is just like a pixelated mess. And then you have games like Helix that are like entirely claymation. I don't know if you've ever seen the game Helix. It's a top-down RPG
No.
also,
No.
but
I haven't.
it's entirely made in claymation. Like all the animations
That's
are
awesome.
claymation. Yeah, it's a great game too, and it's worth the money. I think it's like $5 on Steam
So you're
if
saying
you're.
that
Oh wow.
the the makers of these like sprite games like Celeste or whatever, they're lazy. That's what
In
you're
a
saying.
graphic sense, yes, because
Maybe
it
I
seems like
think it's like
that's like the part that they don't. Because Celeste, is a great game, right? Like I think we can all agree that Celeste is a great game if you've played
right.
it chess.
Yeah, I have. I have.
Yeah,
Awesome game. Yeah.
yeah. So it's a great game, but they could have put more work into the graphics because it's literally just like I think Madeline is like 4 colors, right?
Uh
Hmm.
huh.
I don't know.
Well, they're trying to. They might be trying to get that feel in that game. Like a good example would be like Micro Mages. They made the game for the Nintendo on purpose. Like, no, we have to make this work on a Nintendo with the same space they had to use. You know what I mean? Like
What is this game?
this is
Oh.
called Micromages, and there's a video that I'm gonna send you. And it's really cool
Okay.
how they made Micromages and how they saved. They would explain like, okay, for this sprite, we copied this other sprite. That way, we didn't have to like use like they try to save as much memory as possible
Right.
with the game. Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff.
Kind of
Oh.
like how they do in like Mario with like the Goombas and the mushrooms. Like they're pretty much the same sprite.
Exactly.
And, like,
Yeah.
When you're working
And-
with anything on the NES, I delved into SMB3, and we'll talk about this with another guest later, next month. But when we're dealing with like SMB3 editing, there's a certain amount of like, I guess, RAM that you can actually access, and it's like 8 megabytes. It's like
Uh-huh.
incredibly small as compared to like, not 8 megabytes. It's even smaller than that. God, it's incredibly
crazy.
tiny. Yeah, but you have a bar on the side of the editor, and it fills up so quickly. And if you're not watching what you're doing, your entire ROM hack can be literally one level before you finish. It's so nuts how far we've come with space. Now you have like 80 gigabyte games that take up
Yeah.
your entire hard drive.
Yeah, that is kind of insane. How, yeah, like the COD, like the latest COD or something, like an update just is like an insane amount of gigabytes.
Yeah, just a
that's
casual
added.
100 gigabyte.
I saw this thing on Twitter that said like this Atari game chip will allow you to save 16 pages of text.
Wow, that's insane.
Dude, that's crazy. But so hold on, this like mage game, was this
Yeah,
made
Micro
recently?
Mages. Yes, recently, like 4 or 5 years ago or something like that.
Dude, that's
They made a
awesome.
game for the Nintendo, and they released it. My friend, I think, has a cartridge. They released it on cartridge, but you can download the game and play it, and it's pretty awesome. It's fun, and also 4-player too, up to
So
4
you-
players.
You could get so an NES is what it runs on.
Yes.
So you could just like grab the game. They printed these on cartridges, and you can just
Yes.
like put it in your NES, and it doesn't
Yeah.
have any like. Because I know the Super Nintendo had like safeguards for like
No.
Pirated stuff like that. Or,
Well,
like,
just think
what
of a
perceived to be pirated?
NeverDrive. A NeverDrive.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a company that'll put a ROM on a game. That's how people
These
make
are-
like Grand Poo World 2 on cartridges and stuff like that.
Yeah. These are very old consoles too. Like they didn't like probably never thought of something like this happening, what I
And if
mean?
we're being
Oh, you
honest,
know.
they're pretty easy to crack. It's not like they're the most well protected consoles in history.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to get in there and kind of do whatever you like.
Right.
No, that's interesting. There's a community around homebrew games. That's what they're called. They're called homebrewed games because they're made by like a small team of developers inside their own home, and then they print it and release it.
Yeah.
Stone Age Gamer actually has a whole section on their website dedicated to homebrewed video games and selling them, like
That's
for old
awesome.
consoles. Yeah, it's interesting. I looked through there one time. Let me actually pull up their website. Stone Age Gamer.
Chess. Have you
Yeah.
ever played any SMW ROM hacks?
Okay, so my story with SMW ROM hacks is very short. The first ROM hack that I tried playing was Panga's Kaizo Kindergarten. I found it too hard. Then learned to Kaizo. I played it for like 30 to 40 minutes, and I was like, hey, cool. I tried something. And then Quickie World I also tried. Then I tried Quickie World again, and I beat like 4 levels or 5 levels. And then I lost my progress. And it's funny. Mikey said he was going to make me a file in tacos, but they haven't done anything, and I haven't really bugged anybody. But I'll get back into it, and it'll be awesome. And I really loved what I played, Really liked what I played.
Is there Kink, you would probably know this. Is there like precision in SMW?
I
know
was
there's,
just about to ask that. There,
That's kind of yeah, that's crazy.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So there is precision in SMW, but it's not as extensive as the Mario
Yeah.
Maker community, which we didn't see the same conversion with shells. And so I was gonna
You
ask.
mean you mean you
What?
mean the Kaizo community?
Yes, the Kaizo
Exactly.
community.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Because the average, ROM
Of
hacker
course,
isn't
of
really
course, of
playing
course, yeah.
precision. I was gonna ask if you were ever in a position where you could, and like you knew the program
Yeah.
Lunar Magic, would you
Okay.
make a precision ROM hack?
Yes, a precision ROM hack. I never thought about it, but that sounds fun.
You would be breaking new ground. It's just it hasn't
That would
been
be
done.
awesome. That would be awesome. I was actually thinking about not only playing. I'm not only interested in playing Kaizo SMW. I would like to play other kind of weird and crazy ROM hacks out there.
Oh, there's tons.
Yeah.
Try
There's
to.
tons
Some
of them.
good traditional ones. Like I saw this one where you get like a baseball bat and you're like hitting this. It's nuts. Which ROM hack
Nice.
is that one?
Things.
Things, yeah, by
Sweet
what's his
dude.
name? Sweet dude, yeah.
Sweet dude's a guest I'd love to have on, but I can't picture him wanting to come on here. He's a secretive person. I guess
I played. I don't. Sorry, just to end that. I played a ROM hack. I don't remember if it was a Mario or a Mega Man. No, I think it was a. It might have been a Mega Man ROM hack, and I was playing in Mario 3, the big world. I think it's World 4, right? And I was like Mega Man playing inside Mario and like crazy stuff like that. My friend showed me some cool Mega Man hacks, I guess.
So I kind of want to talk about like Mega Man, maybe not the hacks as much,
Okay.
but the
Mega
this
Man Maker.
Maker, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about that?
Okay, so I downloaded Mega Man Maker. It's something you can download for free, and on PC, and you can basically access levels. And for those of you familiar with Mario Maker, they have like their own kind of like super expert levels that you can play, and they're all kind of like, I guess, curated or upvoted. So it was a
Right.
fun experience to play in the expert like random stuff, but it's also like it's got like a really kind of interactive looking. I haven't made a level, but it's a thriving community, and it's kind of born out of, and this was before Mario Maker. Mega Man Maker was supposed to come out as a game. I don't remember what it's called right now. Mega Man Universe. I think it was called something like Mega Man Universe or something like that. And this was it's supposed to come out like in 2013, before Mario Maker. I might be wrong with the dates, but it never happened. It never happened. So the fans were like, you know what, we're gonna make our own game. And they made their own game, and it's a thriving community. And you can see people on Twitch
Okay.
playing it and making levels and uploading stuff. And there's even Kaizo in Mega Man. I didn't even know this, but there's Kaizo.
Oh my
So,
god.
And there's
shell jump
precision,
stuff going
too.
on? Is there like item
Probably
abuse?
with I don't know about item abuse, but you have like the abilities where you can make platforms in front of you and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds dope.
Yeah.
That'd be
And there's
interesting.
also like platforms that fall and that open and that appear and disappear. Kind of like that. Like Kaizo is not necessarily shell. I mean, I know you guys know this, but like a lot of people think of Kaizo as like that definition of like rearranged and item abuse and just
Right.
crazy jump after crazy jump, stuff like that. Like it's not necessarily like, Mario Kaizo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
That's
like,
my impression of what people think about it
Yeah,
in
I think
general.
I think it's kind of like, I don't know what else is actually like this. I don't know. But, like it's just used so often in that sense.
Yeah,
of,
no, you're
with
right.
Mario. That
It's
you don't
kind of
even think
become a
about.
little bit more than that. Is what I'm
Yeah.
Yeah,
thinking.
look at the Pokemon Ironmon challenge. How they call that Kaizo Light.
Oh wow.
They call that specific thing Kaizo Light, which is interesting that they're starting to branch out the meaning. Like it's not just
Yeah.
associated with Mario anymore. Now we're gonna have
That's
like
crazy. Yeah.
Kaizo everything. It's just gonna be a brand. I'm excited. I think Kaizo's gonna get so popular, and you guys might disagree with me, but I think Kaizo gameplay might get so popular that it'll get its own
Yeah.
category on Steam. You know?
I think
On Steam? What do you mean?
Like, you know how like you can search like categories like platforming.
Oh,
And
I didn't know that.
I think they'll get their own category, and people will start making like Kaizo games, and then like the original
Oh, I
version of
see.
Kaizo will kind of be lost, and
I
then
see what
it'll
you
just
mean.
be hard platforming. Like that'll be what Kaizo means.
Yeah. Like
That's what I think is gonna
crazy.
happen.
Yeah, somebody sent me a video. It was a very cool animation, and it wasn't Mario, but you could tell that the animation had influence of like shell jumping and you could tell like,
Mhm.
okay, this is a video game being played. It has nothing to do with Mario, but this is a shell jump. It's like it's like going all over the place, you know?
yeah, they just like reskin Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the next kind of big wave of games in our generation is probably going to be like things like Mario Maker, but I don't know, like where you content created and generated by users, and then other people, and it has that like social media
Yeah.
aspect.
Yeah.
I think the more games like that, the better. Like
Yeah,
Link's
What do you-
Awakening had something like that, didn't they?
yeah, it was kind of crappy,
Let's talk about Mario Maker 3 for a second.
but okay.
Alright.
What do we want? What do we want?
I want chucks. That's my big
Oh,
ask.
wow.
Is charging chucks.
I want those little triangles that you run at them, and then you are running up the wall.
What? Oh yeah, that's cool.
That would
that's
make
cool.
some amazing stuff. It's
I would like give us a full Mario paint for the comment section.
Oh yeah,
That would be sweet.
and more
Or-
styles too.
yeah, more styles, but and like independent like toggling of the like different abilities of the styles. You know what I'm saying? Like how, like low grav. Why do you have to have low grav in Airship Night? Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Why
yeah.
can't I
I
have
like that. I
snowballs?
like that.
in
Yeah.
caves? You know, but
Yeah,
uh, what I want is like the music to be
Yeah.
less like, I don't know, like the Mario
I-
Paint music editor.
I want. I want that one. That's
the,
Mario New Soup, the first one. That's
Yeah.
so good. It's so
Oh,
good.
yeah, I
The
see.
iconic
I
one.
want that.
So speaking of music, you're pretty into drums, you'd say.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Right? When did
segue.
you start playing drums?
Okay. I started to the first thing that okay, Dave Grohl from Nirvana. I started listening to Nirvana. My sister had a tape, and I would listen to it, and I wanted to play the drums. For some reason, the drums were calling me. Then at age 15, I got a drum set finally, and I played metal. I like Sepultura, Slayer, Pantera, all that stuff. And then later on, I got into Frank Zappa, then jazz, and I ended up. I wanted to be a drummer. Like at the age of 15, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a drummer. I made the decision, and then at age 18, I was like, I'm gonna get serious about this. And I ended up coming to the sorry, I ended up coming to America, to the United States, and studying drums here in
That's when you
Florida.
came from Panama. You were
Yes.
18. Interesting.
No, a little bit older than that. A little bit
Oh.
older than that.
But still, that's
Yeah.
pretty old to like come to America. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I lived down there more than 20 years, and then I moved up here and studied some drums over here, and I ended up studying composition too.
What
I
was
didn't know.
the language
Yeah.
barrier like? Did you have to
Okay.
learn English, or did you already know it?
Okay, so Panama has some American influence in
Okay.
that because of the Panama Canal, so it became a pretty bilingual country.
Gotcha.
And even educational level, I think both private and public these days. And one thing is to speak it, and another is to write it. Obviously, so it was kind of tough for me to transition a little bit, but after a couple of years, you get used to it, and
Right. Cool.
it's cool. Yeah.
Was that the
But
only?
sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you go, King.
I was gonna say, was that like the only hurdle when transitioning to like the United States, or did you face anything else?
Maybe some cultural hurdles and stuff.
Like what?
I remember, like, over down there in Panama, like you literally like you like meet people and you like kiss them and stuff, And I was like,
that's
I was
silly.
over here. They were like, "What are you doing?" I was like,
Your lips are all puckered, and they're just like, what?
Yeah, now if you do that, you'd probably go to jail.
Mm.
Yeah, that's interesting. Something that I heard from I was watching a YouTube video about coming to the United States, like for a visit. I don't know why I was watching this video,
Okay.
but I was, and they said the biggest thing that tourists from other countries face is like our greetings, like the "Hey, how are you?" And then sometimes foreigners will go into like a really long explanation of how they're doing. It's just,
I mean, sometimes I do that. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what? It was a rough week.
yeah, like I'm at a coffee shop and I'll ask the cashier like, "Hey, how are you?" And they say, "Good," and you?
Yeah,
That's the end of the conversation.
I think that's how it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why'd you ask? Like, why? If you don't want to know, why'd you ask?
Well, I don't know. I think
Yeah.
it's just.
"Yo, how you doing, man?" "I'm glad you asked." "Take a seat."
Have you ever ran into anything like that?
Oh man.
Anything with like language barriers and it being kind of
I can't really think of. No. I'm trying to think. Nothing that. No. I think that it's just like people are people. Everybody's the same, but in a different language.
Right.
it's an interesting view on it, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, it's yeah.
What? So you were talking about you went to school. Where'd you go to
Uh-huh.
school? In the United
I
States?
went to Hillsborough Community College, and then University of South Florida. I don't mind saying that, in Tampa,
Oh,
which
yeah,
is where I
sorry.
live.
I probably shouldn't have.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I studied jazz over there, and music and composition, and I ended up studying some electronic music as
Ooh.
well. And I really, 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 really enjoyed studying music, and I'm glad I did it.
So
I went-
I'm really happy.
I went to school originally for music, and I ended up switching out of it for composition as well.
Oh wow! I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Heck yeah.
I stayed around. I never went back to Panama. I really liked living up here.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, we're happy to have you.
yeah, we're
Awesome.
USA.
USA.
So, switching gears here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of chessisms in your stream, all right?
Chessisms? Oh, okay.
Yeah, things that you do in your stream,
Okay. Okay.
and they've caught on to me in my daily life. They're kind of contagious. I'll be saying
Okay.
them from time to time.
Okay.
I'm gonna rattle a few off. Tell me if I missed any. So number one, shitties.
Okay.
Here we go, skis. Holy shitties. Holy shit skis. God damn it, os. Motherfucker-os. And then do we have this?
Nice.
Do we have any? Did I miss any? I'm pretty sure there's like 100 others.
Holy shit skis I stole from Bro Bizzle, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about that. What's with the skis? Is that all Bro Bizzle?
I stole holy shit skis from Bro Bizzle, definitely. But and I've been using it. I try to avoid it. I don't like stealing, especially when it comes to like like catchphrases and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that one, but aw shitties, I would say holy shitters. I remember I said
Oh,
holy
yep.
shitters. So aw shitties could be a variation of that, But holy
Mm-hmm.
shit skis and do we have skis was a play on that, and that was
Right.
improvised.
That is, I think that's one of my favorite
Playing your
clips.
level.
Yeah. There's a musicality to that clip. It just starts so like low, and you just build up, build up. We'll have to put that in the that clip in the
Yeah, yeah.
podcast.
Okay.
I'll do that.
But, yeah, it's so good.
Do you think those are like a staple of who you are? Your little chessisms?
You know, I start, Retro Guy. You guys, I guess we'll end up talking about Retro Guy at some point.
Yeah.
Retro Guy is a witness that I used to say "God damn it" before I even knew I was gonna stream. Like, I just like what I like to add a lot of O's at the end of stuff. And I
Sounds like a
started
cereal.
yeah.
Now, have you seen
Well,
the
Taco
shirt?
Remix, yeah, Taco Remix made
Oh.
a cereal artwork with goddamn it, yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
there's a shirt,
phenomenal.
yeah. But I sometimes surprise myself, and I'm like, do I really say all that stuff? Like, I don't know. I just kind of that's what I say. That's what I say. Recently, I've been saying like, you gotta be, you gotta be effing shitting me. Sorry, I censored the effing, but not the.
No, that's
Oh,
all
that's
good.
fine. That's fine.
We like
And I don't
talked
want to.
about.
Yeah.
Sorry, we talked about like having swearing in our like whatever it's chess for this episode. We can swear, but
I saw real beachin and tacos swearing. At least tacos.
Yeah,
oh really?
tacos
Okay.
did. I don't think Beecham did at all.
Ah, okay.
And I
No,
was
I've
thinking
been
about.
censoring myself the whole episode.
Oh
I'm just
God,
gonna
yeah,
let it
please
slip
don't.
there.
We were gonna be family friendly, but then some of the guests, they're just like their whole staple is kind of being off the hook and kind of
Oh,
wild.
I
And I don't want
see.
to. I
I
don't want to
see.
censor them personally.
I see. I
Mm-hmm.
see.
And I
I
think I might
mean,
just like put in the description when it's gonna be a PG episode or a PG-13 episode, so people who do watch with their kids or listen with their kids,
Yeah.
know which one's the skip.
I I'm good at keeping it PG, but I don't mind.
Oh, we're well
Right.
past that point. You can
Yeah.
pop off.
Okay. Shit. There you go.
There you go.
Amazing. So, what's something that you're excited to stream besides Mario Maker?
Okay, so I want to stream Elden Ring.
It's a great
Oh.
game.
Kingston
I
Elden
I
Ring
I
guy.
I like to stream stuff that I think my stream is gonna like. It's not to please them. I think like sometimes I put myself in a situation. For example, like I'm gonna play like Carl Sagan's ROM hack. People are gonna love seeing me get tortured. Uh, Elden Ring. I can't say I would play it if I didn't have if I wasn't on Twitch. I want my chat my community to kind of see me play that. When it comes to streaming, obviously that's the only video game time that I have. But sometimes I do kind of think of games like that. When you ask me like, what are you excited about streaming? So it's not necessarily what are you excited about playing. Although I don't know what I would be excited about playing because I've been kind of playing what I've been streaming.
Mhm.
But besides Elden Ring, I want to play a lot of shmups. I would like to get 10 1cc's, which is one credit clears on some shmups this year. And I got 2 already. So I gotta get back to work. I would love to clear 5 ROM hacks, Super Mario World. So, I want to stream retro. I want to stream ROM hacks. I want to stream shmups, as I was saying, shoot 'em ups,
Right.
games like Gradius and stuff like that. I also want to, bring back a little Minecraft server we had going,
Mm.
do some community stuff. I would love to build a day of of the week, for example, like a Saturday where I can get my community and play more games that are more interactive. You know what I mean?
Right, definitely. I've never
Yeah.
played. Everybody, that's one of those games that I never played, and I feel like I'm just like too late to join it at this point. But I'm probably
Which game?
Minecraft.
Really?
Oh wow!
Yeah.
No,
And everybody tells me I'd love it because it's like creating stuff and whatever.
that's crazy. When especially you, I had no idea what Minecraft was, and my roommate was like, "Yo, I got Minecraft. You gotta play this." So I played it, and then 2 months later, I was like, "Okay, I have to stop," because I was completely addicted. Like
Yep.
it's insane, the creativity aspect, and it's pretty crazy. And I came back to it, and playing it in a community sense is very insane to me. Like I was like blown away. Like I'm playing with people from my community. We're in the world together, and it's like what? It's kind of crazy to think about.
Oh yeah, it's
Yes.
so much better with friends.
Yeah.
And
Those
it's
creative.
What?
Oh, sorry, you go, King.
I was gonna say it's good because you can reach more people because obviously Minecraft is, multi-platform, so you can play with people on PlayStation and Switch and PC and mobile, and so you can literally reach everyone in your community that wants to play. And I think that's the most ideal community game to play, personally, is because of just
Wow.
how.
I think you were gonna
Versatile.
ask about
Yeah.
creative, Big Red Boy, but is that possible to combine Java and Bedrock? And can I play from PC?
Not
to...
Java to Bedrock, but there's like Windows
Oh!
10 version. You can play
Okay. I
Windows
see.
10 and Xbox.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish.
No, I was
I
gonna-
wish they would do that.
I was gonna just say like the creativity games
Uh-huh.
like Mario Maker. You said you were just addicted. Like I have to stop. Like
Yeah.
there's like Mario Maker. I was and maybe still am in some sense like addicted to that game just because
Yes.
when you're doing it, you're thinking. It's not like other games where you play them and you're just like you're trying to beat them or like find out different routes or like whatever. You're like thinking of things you can create and all the different variations, and I don't know. It's more like
Yeah.
it's
I
like
see.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You spend more time thinking about it than you normally would with any other game. So yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
sometimes I think like, why am I playing Mario Maker? I just feel like I love the game so much, and I have a lot left in me when it comes to like, for example, making levels. I
Mhm.
want to make like 50 precision levels. I'm only at 18.
Is that your big goal for Mario Maker? Is to make
For
50?
Mario Maker 2, I'm gonna try to make 50. Yes, because I've been playing a lot of team precision levels because I've been doing like this run like up to 500 points, and I had a lot of fun. And I'm like, you know what? We got like 2 years left in this game. Let's do it. I'm gonna try to make 50 levels.
2 years. What's the cutoff there?
Mario Maker 3.
Oh, okay.
Well,
You're
you
just
think it's gonna
guessing?
come out?
Yeah, 2024. That's my guess.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a launch title with their next console.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully. That'd be so cool.
Well, so what do you... Oh, we already talked about that. So what do you guys think the next console's gonna be? Do you think it's gonna be a Switch Pro, or do you think it's just gonna be something entirely different that nobody expects?
I don't know.
Like, do you think they'll go back to discs or cartridges?
It's gonna be called
No.
the Nintendo Switch U.
Oh god, and then they'll sell 5 consoles. Could you imagine if they did that?
And you are the Switch.
I am a Switch, yeah.
Your arms are detachable.
You gotta get a Nintendo shop and they just upgrade you.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I want them to just like do a completely ballsy move and like release the Virtual Boy again, like the Nintendo Virtual Boy 2. That's what they'll call it.
Yeah.
I can't
This
foresee
time
them doing that.
Yeah.
Getting back into virtual reality. They were ahead of their time, though. Personally, I
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I played Virtual Boy. I thought it was fun.
Did you really?
But I didn't play it for more than a couple of minutes, so I don't know about the headaches, you know?
Yeah.
You were one of the 5 people to play it.
Those early VR games were the worst on I don't know, sometimes they don't affect people, but like I like had to take the thing off and I was like gonna throw up for like the next like 5 hours just because they only had gyroscope, or they could you could only do orientation. You couldn't like do position of like where your head is in 3D space. And I'm on this like roller coaster and it's just like the most jarring thing for your brain to like not experience changes in acceleration and stuff, and you're just like what the heck?
Does new VR affect you like that, or?
Not as much, no. And I think game creators are like well aware of that problem now, where in the beginning it was just the Wild West and people are just making like you're in outer space flying around and where
I've seen some people complain about motion sickness with Elden Ring on the horse.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah,
Holy.
I can see that. People said that in Skyrim when they got Skyrim, they said to stop playing it. At least my friends.
I'm glad that I don't have motion sickness. I like video games too much.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
No, but what I was gonna say is like
I would like to play VR on stream now that you mention it. You
Do
know.
it.
That would be insane.
that would be so
Yeah.
much fun.
Chess Beat Saber.
Oh, wow. Beat Saber, huh? I played a little bit at a friend's house.
I've never played that. I think that looks so much fun.
I played
like
a
rhythm
Tetris
games.
one, too. I played a Tetris game. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Tetris
Is it the one
Worlds
with like
or
all
something?
the crazy like particle
Music.
effects?
Yes. Cool music. Yeah.
I've heard that's a really great experience.
So,
It's
would
pretty
you
cool.
play a VR chess game if you were like the
Yes.
pieces?
Ooh.
I would love that.
Wouldn't that be cool? Like if you have the
So,
pieces and you have like weapons.
Somebody, Bedrock Armor made. We had a Minecraft server, and Bedrock Armor made like this chess set in Minecraft with these I guess flags or something. I don't know what you call them.
Okay.
Oh,
Super
banners,
awesome
banners, yeah.
to play. Yeah, these banners. Oh my god, super awesome to play. And go down and move the piece and then come back up and look at the board. Like super awesome.
At my first college, we had one of those like life-size chess sets. You know.
Oh yeah.
Those
yeah.
are so. It's just so cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so novel.
Yeah.
So
I
is
saw
that
a
how you-
YouTube video. I
I'm
saw a
sorry.
YouTube video of people playing like blitz on that, like speed chess with the big sets. They're like running, hitting the clock, and coming back.
That'd be a
Yeah.
great workout.
Yeah. It would be.
Yeah,
That'd
yeah.
be like phenomenal workout. So is that how you got your name? By playing chess?
So my name. I was running a chess club. So I worked in Atlanta, and I couldn't find when I moved up there a lot of I teach drums. I'm a music teacher. I couldn't find a lot of anything teaching music, and I applied like to 35 different schools, and it took me a little while, but eventually I did get the music gigs. But in the meantime, I saw a Craigslist ad that said, like, would you like to teach chess? And I was like, man, I love chess and I love teaching. Let's do this. So I got a job and I met some masters and I was like, what the heck? I started, like, Googling people, like, who is this guy? And then I'd be like, man, this guy's a master. Like, what the? And I would be like, teach me. I'll buy you a sandwich. I started buying sandwiches to this master. And a year and a half later, whatever, I quit because I was moving back to Tampa. And the guy's like, start some chess, Like I was like giving back all my chess pieces. I had a suitcase full of chess pieces, and the guy's like, "No, go start some chess in Tampa. Keep all the chess pieces." And I did. I started a chess club in Tampa, like an adult chess club, beer, chess, you know, tacos, like this cool little chess club, and it became super. It like the newspaper interviewed us, and we had a lot of cool people come through, and people said like, "This is the best chess club in Tampa," and I was like, "What?" And super awesome. And then I started using the name of the chess club, and with everything that I did, like that's kind of what I was. And when I was on Twitch, I had that name, the name of the chess club. And then when I discovered the Mario Maker community, specifically the small streamer community, I was like, man, I want to abbreviate my name to make it a little bit more private, because the chess club had like my personal name, my personal info on it.
Right.
So I abbreviated it. So Chess WC is like an abbreviation of that. But what made me keep the name, because I could have changed it, was the fact that people were calling me Chess. And I loved that. People were like, "Yo, what's up, Chess?" I was like, "Chess?" And also, I wasn't really moving around in the chess world on Twitch. I was more in the Mario Maker community. So I was the only Chess in the Mario Maker community. So I was like, "Chess, I like that. I'm going to keep that." And that's the story.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
So, with chess, when did you start playing initially?
My dad taught me when I was like 7. And he told me a story that my great grandfather was like the champion of Panama. I'm not even kidding, and
Holy
it's
crap.
true. Yeah, it's true. And a really crazy story. The story was that my great grandfather played a game against the world champion who came to Panama, and he could have gotten a draw. Like, literally, that was the story in my family. He could have gotten a draw with the world champion. The world champion, Jose Raul Capablanca, went to Panama, and he did a simultaneous exhibition. He played like 25 people at the same time. And in that game was my great-grandfather. And you want to hear something crazy? This was 1931. I found the game on the internet.
No way.
Yes, my great-grandfather versus Jose Raul Capablanca, Panama, 1931. And it's like there, and you can see all the moves and go back and analyze. It's
That's
crazy,
so
huh?
crazy. The
Yeah.
documentation alone, it just like
Yeah.
the longevity of that game. It's like when was
Exactly.
it invented? Like,
That's insane. Well, they basically started the notation of chess is very old, but they started to transcribe everything into computers, or whatever, however you say it. They started making internet chess databases, and in some chess club in Panama, somebody had that game annotated, and somebody went online and somebody uploaded it. It's crazy.
Right.
So,
it's saying here that it came out in the 1500s, so it's like
yeah, that's what I saw. I saw the 8th century. Chess was invented in India around the 8th century.
That's
what?
crazy. Like originally, yeah, it evolved though. But
Okay.
yes, it has its origins earlier. Yes,
It's just
That's
so crazy
crazy,
how
huh?
we're still playing it and it's still like relevant and like
it's
interesting.
an amazing game. Yeah, exactly. It's addicted on Twitch. Like last night, I was watching somebody play a chess game on Twitch after I rated.
It's wild.
I
Yeah.
suck at chess. I'm terrible at it. I play with my friend. His name's Rump. I don't know if you've seen him around the community. Me and him play chess from time to time, and
Who?
his name's Rump. He hangs
Oh, I
around
don't
like
know
Mike
him.
streams,
Ah, okay.
and me and him play chess together, and I am terrible. He kicks my ass. I don't think I have like the forward thought, because you have to be like
Uh-huh.
steps
Yeah.
ahead, and I can't
Yeah, yeah.
do that with chess. I don't
You
know
have
why,
to
but
calculate.
yeah,
Yep.
I think it's just
Yeah.
the first person shooter in me. I'm here for the here and now. I know what's in
I've
front
always
of me.
I've always said this about chess.
Mhm.
Chess is, if it doesn't bite you, it doesn't bite you, and it's cool. Like some people get the game and they're like, what the hell? Like kids too. Like there's some kids that are like, I don't like it. Some other kids are like, whoa, 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 what's going on here? Like it's just, if it makes sense to you and if it calls you, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I always recommend this to people, but I understand we have limited time to do what we like. But playing online, it could be fun, and you just have to let your rating settle, and you'll play with people that are your same rating, and it'll be a fun experience. It's pretty fun to
That
play
was
online.
a huge discouragement for me when I got on chess.com and I kept losing and I kept seeing my rating drop and I was like, oh
Yeah,
god, I
just
guess
go to
it
light
makes
chess.
sense.
Yeah, go to light chess. Chess.com is like too much competition, and it's tough. I would say even at lower ratings, light chess is a little bit more inflated.
Because it
And
seems fun, like I want to play
yeah,
it. Like I want to get into chess, but I'm just
yeah,
so bad at it. But I think it's fun to play even when you're bad at
yes.
it.
I've had a lot of fun playing chess on stream with people from the community, and it's been a lot of fun. And it's just a fun game.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever
So,
played Go?
what-
No, but I want to. I've always avoided it because I've always said I only have time for chess. Go is like chess in itself. It's like Go is like very, very deep, like
Right.
chess. But I'll try it one of these days for fun. I want to get past that whole image. I mean, not image, not that whole perception of it.
Right. Yeah,
Like,
it
it's too
seems
crazy.
intense. It seems, but I'm with you. I'd try it with you. Sounds amazing.
Yeah. Sounds fun. Maybe like do a Go learning stream. That would be fun.
Because I know like the amount of like complexity in a chess game, like after like 6 moves, it's just like unfathomable. Like how
Uh-huh.
many
Yeah.
variations of the board can be in a
Yeah.
given state after like
That doesn't
6 moves.
affect the game though. I wanna maybe I can talk a little bit about this too to
Sure.
kind of clarify this for anybody wondering. The whole like, okay, there's millions of possibilities. Like you basically wanna think of it as driving. You're not worried about what's coming up 10 miles ahead. You're worrying about what's 100 to 500 meters ahead of you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So in a sense, like, you don't have to worry about all that stuff, and you have to kind of react to what's happening. What's happening is one of my pieces under attack, and then you whittle down the important stuff. You're not gonna look at a chessboard and go, I'm gonna move this pawn here because I don't know what to do. Like, that pawn doesn't have anything valuable to bring to the table. You have to look for attacks, checkmate, a double attack a piece. You have to look at who's attacking me. So you kind of whittle it down to the very important and pressing matters.
Right.
And then you kind of have to calculate what Kink was saying. Like, I have to think ahead. Well, think ahead is correct, but it's more like calculating. Like, it's funny, but because people say moves, and it's actually a little bit more complex than that. It's not moves; it's trees of possibilities of moves. Like, I can,
Right.
but still, you think about the very important moves. So you kind of learn how to, and just by playing a lot, you kind of learn how to think of the important stuff. But you do
Yeah.
there is calculation involved.
Navigate
which
that
could,
tree of possibilities and
Yeah.
kind of like weigh them. Like, yeah, this one's way better than this one. And
Exactly, and then you focus on the one that you picked either intuitively or and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this, boom, and you commit.
do you find there's a sweet spot of like how drunk you are and how well you perform in chess?
In
or is
chess,
it just like sober is the only way to go with chess? Or is it like maybe like 2 beers, you're like, okay, now I'm like...
it depends on the player, because you'll see, like, for example, Magnus Carlsen drink beers and destroy half. or you see a strong chess player like be completely wasted on stream, like destroying people. It does it. It's how well of a chess player you are, essentially. You know what I mean?
Okay, I hear you.
But me personally, like obviously, like I would obviously play better. But sometimes I like the I like playing with my friend with a couple of beers. You know, it's
Mhm.
for fun, so it's different. You know.
Yeah, I hear you.
But definitely it's gonna impair you.
Okay, so just straight impair, like it's not gonna like, because I know
But
in
picture me completely sober against a very drunk Nakamura. There's no chance I'm gonna win. There is no chance.
right, true.
Yeah. So
I meant kind of more like if it just would help
okay,
you personally
me
navigate the tree of possibilities that we were just talking about, like better or worse.
maybe maybe intuitively after one or two beers I might be like more risky and more
Mm.
more relaxed or something like that. Might influence my gaming style or something like that. But
Do you ever walk
I don't know.
out of a
Yeah,
game
go.
being like, I overthought that, or I was thinking too much. I was thinking too much in this area when I should have been like kind of considering other options or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe you can think of that. To be honest, like I actually don't. I don't treat chess too seriously. I'll give you an
Right.
example. I haven't played in 6 months, and
Gotcha.
I tell myself if you're not having fun, don't play the game. Just chill. You know, I want to have fun when I play this game, and I'm not super serious about it, so I don't take losses seriously, or you know what I mean. It doesn't affect me that much.
I think that's some
Uh,
advice that Mario Maker people should. If you're not having fun, stop.
Yeah, yeah. If I used to I like to say this. I used to love and hate chess.
Okay.
Now I just love it because the hate went away. Because right now, if I'm not liking it, I don't play it. I just love it and don't play it instead of keep playing it and kind of feel like, oh, I'm losing. I'm on a losing streak. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, or I lost my chess mojo, and you're like on your app, just pushing pieces, on your phone app. It's like no, just don't do it.
So chess at times, I'd say most of the time, if you're not playing like a quick game, is a game of patience. Do you think
Uh huh.
that patience that you get from playing chess kind of ties into your like for precision, sense of if you're not really
Could be. Yes, I like to think that yes, and also I'm a teacher. I have a lot of patience teaching,
Hmm.
like it's insane amounts of patience, and I definitely think it's tied for my love of precision. Yeah, there's a lot of patience of you just have to die at the same spike and be cool with it, for a million times.
You were streaming one night and you said this perfectly. You were telling me like what a, or not me, but chat, what a good teacher is, and you're like a good drum teacher. Or I guess this applies to everything, but you were doing it in like the case of drums. You're
Uh
like,
huh.
a good drum teacher isn't this, and then you're like, this is how you do it. No, 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 that's all wrong. This is how you do it, and then like grab the sticks from them and like, yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm gonna
You want
try
to
to do
speak
a
on that?
video about that. I'm gonna try to do a video on that I'll reveal later.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah, I definitely want to do like YouTube teaching drums on YouTube. I just want to share. If I can be entertaining too, that's a plus. But I definitely wanna teach and teach how to teach too.
Yeah.
Because and basically what I was saying in at that moment, I know exactly what you're talking about, is that you have to let the student kind of fail and do whatever and be cool with it. Let it happen and just let the student do their thing, and then after they do their thing, go, hey, that was cool. Let's try this, and you make one addition or one correction.
Mm-hmm.
That was the good example. The bad example is don't let the student do anything and correct every little thing that they're doing and essentially frustrating the student. There's a lot going on mentally already. You know, think of a kid holding a drumstick. You know, they're reading music, they're moving their arms, they're listening the new sounds. They're like, how do I hold the stick? How do I? It's so complex. You don't even know what's going on. You just have to be cool with everything and let it happen. Because if you go grab the stick, you have to hold the stick higher, or you have to do this. You have to sit here, straight back, feet on the pedals. Stick height is too high. And you just keep going and going. That's basically it. So definitely not a good way to teach.
Right. Have you seen the movie? J.K. Simmons is in it. It's a drumming movie.
Yes.
What
yes,
is it?
I have. I rented it
Whiplash.
when it came out. I rented it when it came out, and I saw it like 5 times in like
It's so
1
good.
week.
Yep.
Yes, Whiplash.
After that movie
Yes.
finished, I was like,
Yeah.
that was probably one of the best movies I've seen in like
Cool,
over,
huh?
Yeah, like years.
Yeah, that's a good movie. Even without it being music, it's a good movie.
Mhm.
Yeah. People ask me how accurate was it, and I know that some other musicians have said different because I went to jazz school, and I was a jazz drummer. I would say it's pretty accurate, but it's over dramatized. It's a little bit exaggerated, but the gist of it is there. That's how music
yeah.
school kind of feels like, you know.
I mean, not even just music, but just professors like being that big of hard asses for like no reason other than having a power trip. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's- And maybe they want greatness or something.
Yeah.
Out of it, but it's like.
I don't want to
it's real.
spoil it for anybody
Yeah,
that
that's
hasn't
true,
watched
that's
it. But yeah, I actually don't want to talk about it. But yes, definitely. Yeah, I'm sorry I interrupted you. But yeah, the teacher
Yeah.
aspect that blew my mind. Everything about that movie. Yeah.
For
I'll have to
sure.
watch it. I never seen it.
Yeah, it's great.
It's good.
What's it called? Whiplash?
Yeah,
Whiplash. Yeah, it's about this jazz drummer, and he's studying in like a fictitious school, but we all know it's either Juilliard or Manhattan School of Music, and the jazz teacher is just like a hardcore. He's just hard, like one of those. How would you describe a teacher like that? Just very strict, crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Well,
want to watch it again. I haven't seen it in a couple of years.
oh, so it's a fairly old movie.
Kind
It's
of.
like 6 years old.
Oh, it's not too old.
I think it's like from 2014. Same year as Birdman, which actually the soundtrack of Birdman is all drums too. So and
Oh,
it's
really?
jazz drums too.
Yeah,
so-
Birdman's a great movie.
That's one
Yeah.
I wanted to see, but I've never saw.
That's a great movie with Michael Keaton.
Yeah, yeah. And the drummer is a monster. His name is Antonio Sanchez. I've seen him live too. He's a really really great jazz and Latin jazz drummer.
So, on the topic of drummers,
Yeah.
who's your favorite drummer? If
My
you had to
favorite
pick one.
drummer is Vinny Colaiuta. He played with Frank Zappa, Sting. He even played with Megadeth. That's my favorite drummer, Vinny Colaiuta.
Would you say that he inspired you the most with how you play? And
I would say he has a very big influence on me. Not initially, because I discovered him years into my drumming. I discovered him, I think, like 5 years into my drumming, and then he kind of became like my go-to. I would say definitely he has a lot of influence. You can't escape that, especially if you love an artist so much. Speaking of artists I love so much is Frank Zappa. Like that's my favorite
Zappa.
artist.
Yeah,
And
he's in
he
your little picture.
Yeah.
You're like, be right back.
Yeah.
Like a ghost behind you.
Yeah. So I can't escape. I used to kind of like hate that about me. Like, oh, everything I do sounds like Zappa. Now I'm like, man, I love the fact that he's so, humorous in his music. It's like comedy music.
I think
And yeah.
I think that's good though to take inspiration. Like I know when I play the guitar, like I'll pick it up, and then I'll think I'm playing something original. Then I'll be like, oh no, this is something David Gilmour played.
Yeah.
And I do that all the time with various different
Yeah, I hear you.
As soon as I pick up a
Yeah.
guitar, it comes out, and it's just always David Gilmour, since he's the person
Yeah,
I
and
look
you're
up to
like,
the most.
dang. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know that feeling.
You're
I
like,
know
wow,
that
this
feeling.
sounds really good. Like, where did I hear this before? And it's like, oh yeah, that's the riff to whatever
I,
song, or
I studied composition, and everything that I wrote sounded like heavy metal. And it's because I listened to heavy metal, like death metal and all that stuff for 5 years. You can't all of a sudden just turn your musical brain off and be like, oh, I want to do something. You have to kind of really, really take your time. It took me years to to kind of not sound like that. It's kind of crazy, but
do you have original music?
I do. I have done original stuff, written some songs here and there. I don't have like a say like an album or a place where I have my original stuff. It's kind of like all over the place, and I have played drums on a couple of recordings, and right now I'm playing with the band. But as far as original composition, I have done some stuff, but it's nothing like, hey, go to my Spotify. You know what I mean?
Right.
Would
Yeah, if
you
you
ever
want to
want
But I
promote
to do
do
something
want
anything.
like that?
Sorry, what?
Would you ever want to do something like that?
Like what? Oh yeah, I would
Like
love
make
to.
an album or whatever?
Yes, I would love to. Yes, I would love to compose. I have some stuff that I'm kind of working on. Like I have this one song that I've been working kind of on for years, and I every now and then I revisit it and do more. I actually wrote something for you guys so that you guys can maybe
Oh yeah. Cynthia showed me that.
yeah. I know that it sound the melody. I didn't like the sound. I didn't like the sound of the melody.
No,
But
it was pretty cool. It was funky and like, yeah, I
yeah, and
think it
I
would
was
work.
gonna say, you guys can use it if you want, no obligation, and you don't have to like promote me like, hey, this song was like just use it and also give me direction too. If you wanna go for a different vibe, I'll do it. I'm gonna lose that Dre vibe, you know, that it had like that kind of like melody going on, but I'm gonna lose that and make it a little bit more chill because when you think podcast, you think chill, right?
Yeah, like
It's
Yeah,
nice
gotta
and
like
that's
chill.
relaxing.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
Quirky.
it's just like three people talking. It's not like it's
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
YouTube video. Like, hey, what's up, guys? Kinkerton here, coming at you with another episode of the Mario Creators Podcast. But with all that being said, Red, unless you have anything else to add, or Chess, if you have anything
I'll,
else to add.
I was just gonna say that I think it's weird how the music, like how all of us have like some tie to music, and like if you think about the community, like a lot of the uh, a lot of people in the community are really good at
Musicians.
music. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
musicians. So
Yeah.
like I'm wondering if there's like some weird connection.
I like to think there is, the whole creativity and Mario, right? I mean,
Hand-eye coordination. That'd be my thing.
yeah. There's a lot of musicians on Twitch. I've been doing some drum streaming,
Mm-hmm.
and just to give you an example, like there was a drummer hanging out in my chat, and I rated another drummer. And they're really 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 good. Like, well, you guys talking about Mario Maker, uh, I like to think so that creative people are drawn to this game.
Yeah, because you look at like Juz Cook, he's an excellent guitar player, and Tanuki Dan, another
Yeah.
excellent guitar player.
Oh yeah.
Some of
And I
these
think
big names are just amazing musicians.
Slade was saying once on a stream that like he approaches Kaizo like learning a thing on the guitar. Like you
Mm.
just gotta like memorize the series of inputs kind of.
Oh, I like that. I like that. That's pretty awesome. He's got a really cool Hendrix guitar. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I would love to own like one of the Fender signature Hendrix guitars, like the white ones.
Yeah, I think that's what he has, right?
Those guitars are so beautiful. They're just white Stratocasters, and
Yeah.
Personally, I have this really, really nice black Stratocaster that I kind of. It came with a
Oh,
white
nice.
pickguard, but I changed it to black, to kind of after David Gilmour's black Stratocaster.
Oh, wow.
So it's a Yamaha. It's not a Fender though. But
I hear you. I hear you. I had a Telecaster. Oh, I had to sell it, so I don't
like
want to talk about it. But it was a
Boo.
beautiful Telecaster. God.
my telly is just it's wood. It's just like a wood color.
Mine was kind of wood, but a little bit kind of like brown, and it was a semi-hollow body. Oh God.
Yeah, mine's hollow.
See, I just play the thing. I don't know any of the brands or like what's good.
I
But I know
bought
it
that
feels
guitar.
good.
Yeah. I like to say I suck at guitar. I really do. But I bought that guitar for it to inspire me to play, and it didn't. Just guitar hasn't called me yet.
So what instruments do you play? Like
Sorry, what?
what's your entire repertoire of instruments that you play?
Okay, I play drums. I've always used the piano and string instruments like the guitar and the bass, like melodically, to kind of mess around with melodies throughout, my whole musical career.
Mhm.
But I would say like 7 years ago, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to get good at the piano with my left hand. So like 7 years ago, I started kind of practicing and I started using some Nintendo tunes. So when it comes to piano, you come to my stream, you see me play piano, but it's like the same four songs. I mean, no, I love piano and I use it to compose and stuff like that. So I like to say, I play drums and I play a little bit of piano and a little bit of bass. That's what I like to think. But, you can grab another a wind instrument. I feel like I could have the ear to play like a wind instrument. I have a little ocarina, and I like to kind of use my ear and try to figure melodies out and stuff like that. So I guess it's all connected, is what I mean.
Yeah.
But
hear you.
not a lot of instruments. Definitely just drums and a little bit of piano and bass guitar. I really like the bass, and I want to get better at it.
Yeah, bass is fun.
I've never picked up a bass before. I don't even own one. I
That's
wouldn't
really fun.
mind. I want one for a very silly reason. So you know the Seinfeld theme song?
Oh, the
yeah.
slap bass.
That's the first thing I want to learn.
It is a very comical sounding,
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'd buy a bass. I'd spring $1,000.
He plays it
right
on
now.
on keyboard though. That bass part.
Oh,
right?
really? It's not an actual
Yeah.
bass. Oh.
Just a
Yeah.
Casio tone.
No, no, man. That a keyboard that sounds like a bass. I mean,
Right.
that's a good
Yeah,
sounding
like
bass.
what are they called? Synthesizers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make some synth music here and there. I don't know if you knew that about me.
No, no.
I cover video game music.
Nice.
Yeah. And the name
Me
is literally
too.
just Kinkerton Music. It's all synthetic.
Oh wow! I want to check it out.
Yeah.
I play in a video game cover band. It's like a jazz fusion
I
cover band.
feel like
We
I
ha-
knew
That's
that.
amazing.
We have like saxophone, bass, guitar. I'm the drummer,
Do you have
and
stuff out
we
there?
recently invited. Not yet, but we're
Okay.
gonna release an album in a couple of months, I think.
Okay.
It got delayed by the pandemic, but the guitar player just got a new guitar, and he wants to re-record the parts. But it's gonna be free too, because we're not
Oh,
gonna
nice.
it's covers but and we play at like a place here in Tampa. It's like an arcade. Man, super cool to play, and I feel like we developed like a cool little following. People come to all the shows, and we play like 3 hours. That's the thing we do. We decided to approach video game covers because a lot of video game cover bands, no offense to anybody, they're like younger and they're like, 45 minute set, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, let's make a very long set, like 3 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours with two half-an-hour breaks. That's 3 hours of music. So we started doing it like that, and I got us to get us paid for the whole band like $600. We worked hard and developed this thing, and it's like, dude, to get paid that you expect that from a cover gig or from a jazz gig, but to get paid that, like for video game covers, that's awesome. And so we just kept doing it and developed a pretty big repertoire. We're doing like really difficult medleys, like Chrono Trigger, Castlevania 3 stuff, and man, super cool stuff. But we haven't literally played in 2 years because of the pandemic. But we're about to get together and start doing it again. And hopefully we'll get that album out too. I don't even want to say the name of the band at this moment. But I will share with everybody once we get everything.
Yeah, please do. Whenever you feel ready, yeah. You should tweet that out.
Yeah.
I was going to say that Castlevania, on top of soundtracks... Personally, my favorite
nice choice.
Soundtrack
Castlevania
is
3.
Castlevania 3, like Mad Forest.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
That and Super Castlevania 4.
Yeah.
Both of those games
Wow.
in tandem are
I
probably
feel
some
like
of my best.
Yeah, I feel like there's one that's better than Castlevania 3, but I might be biased because of nostalgia, but I like Mega Man 2. But
Mega Man
those
2
two
has a phenomenal
those
soundtrack.
two are my top two, like in the NES. Like, what's better than that? Like, really?
Every single song, and you have like
Yeah.
Airman and Woodman,
Yeah,
and every single
exactly.
song is just
Yeah.
a banger. It's just every single one. There's
Yes,
not a
it's
bad
so
Mega Man
good.
2 song.
It's
Plus, it
so
has
good.
the Wily.
Wily.
Yeah.
Exactly. Quite possibly the best track on the system right there, right?
I think
Yeah.
that's the only one I know.
That's
It's
the one
so
everybody
good.
knows. Everybody and their mom knows that. I could walk downstairs right now and ask my mom, "Hey, do you know the Wiley
Yeah.
song?" And she'd say, "Hell yeah, dude."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, everybody knows it.
I play that with my band. That one and Mega Man 3. Mega Man 3, the title track, is so good. That's my personal favorite.
Know a whole lot of Mega Man 3 songs. I like
It's good.
Mega Man 2, Mega Man 7, and then Mega Man X1.
Yeah. I recommend, if you like Mega Man 2, check out 3 and 5.
No, 5,
Like,
5 is
for
good.
real.
5 has some
5
good
is
bangers.
so good. Oh my god, so underrated.
Yeah, you recently played through all of them, right? Like,
Yeah, like 1 through 6, yeah.
amazing.
Oh, you missed the best one.
I'm gonna play the other. What's the best one?
7. That's the best one.
I'm gonna play 7 after this. I'm gonna go through 11. I'm gonna go up to 11.
There was one boss in 7. Shit. He was so hard. God, I couldn't beat him. He was like the... Oh, wait, no, that's Mega Man X. The tentacle guy.
I haven't played X.
Oh, that's a
I
great
played
game.
it casually. Oh yeah, when it came out, I didn't like it, but as an adult, I've revisited and been like, holy shit! But for some reason, I didn't like how they changed it. But it was Super Nintendo; they were trying to change it, whatever. But I was young too. But playing it as an adult, oh my god, what an amazing game
Wait.
and music!
Mega Man 6 is the one with, like, Blizzard Man and, like, Tomahawk
Yeah.
Man.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Blizzard Man's theme is by far one of my favorite songs.
I would have to
Uh,
kind of see. Mega Man 6 had a lot of good music. Hey, people are telling me like, oh, it's a longer game, blah, blah. Or it's not as good. Hey, Mega Man 6 is a great game. Great
I think
music.
they're all great. I think
Yeah.
the weakest
I
one in
think-
the series is the first one, in my opinion.
In my opinion, the weakest one is 4.
4.
But the first one, I personally, again, it's everybody's opinion. Like, I feel like 1, I have to put it into perspective. It was like the precursor to Mega Man 2. Like, I feel like 2 is when they solidified everything. They got the formula, the music too. 1 is a little bit more primitive, but it's a masterpiece. That's
Yeah.
kind of how I felt about it, and especially after playing them 1 through 6 recently. But that's just my opinion. 4
So-
to me is the most meh of them all.
When you beat Mega Man 1 recently, did you
Uh-huh.
do the glitch to beat?
No.
I did. I had to.
What glitch?
The
With the pause?
yeah, the pause buffer with the
Dude,
electric.
that yellow devil, that guy's tough, man.
that's
that
how
guy,
that's who I did it on. I could not beat it without it.
Oh wow, no, I did it glitchless, I guess. Man,
Oh,
that was
wow.
tough. That was a tough boss fight.
It's so
But that
hard.
yes,
It's so
that's the
hard.
hardest thing in the whole series right
Easily,
there.
easily. That's why I think him alone, because I tried to do it, like without glitches and stuff, and I couldn't
Mm.
do it, and I had
Is
to
that
look
the-
up what.
Is that the guy that like pieces of him?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
He goes from
travel and
one
then he reassembles
yes.
himself.
Yes.
Okay.
That
He's in
guy.
like Smash Bros.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is. And he's also in Mega Man 3. They brought him back for Mega Man 3 from Mega Man 1 and yeah, Smash Bros. Yeah, that guy.
He
That guy's
is
tough.
a piece of shit.
Oh my god. I was yeah, no, it was intense. People I actually just downloaded all my Mega Man playthrough. I'm gonna try to upload it on YouTube. But I'm gonna upload that whole boss fight. That whole boss fight took me like an hour or something like that.
Oh god, it took me much longer than that, even with the glitch. Jeez. And
Maybe an hour and a half. It was a grind. I remember that.
it's so ridiculously. He puts like, I'd say Grand Poo World 2 Bowser to shame. I'd say Yellow Devil is easily.
Wow.
He was
That's-
so hard.
Wow.
That's next
Yo,
level.
I was getting upset because I was like, I'm dodging this what the fuck? And he's shooting at me. What?
Yeah,
like I was
there's
like, he's shooting at you and doing the regeneration shit, and it's like, oh my god.
It's
and
so
memorization. Also, like you have to. It's very precise too. The jumps are very precise to
Yeah.
avoid everything and to.
See, that's another reason why I did not care for Mega Man 1 as much as like 2.
Yeah.
Is because I think they're still figuring out like their physics
Yes.
and
Yeah.
stuff. And I think
Mega
that's
Man
just
2
what
is
made it
so
weak.
easy compared to 1.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's where a lot of the difficulty comes in with Mega Man 1 as well. Is the
Yeah.
It's the, I guess you like precision.
The boss.
So it's different.
Oh
but-
yeah, yeah. It was I felt it was very precise. Mega Man 1 had a lot of precision. I was literally playing the game and I was like, "Are you kidding me? This is this precise?" Like there was like on Wily Castle 1 some jumps that were like you had to you die if you don't like do this super precise jump. Like I was like, "Are we playing Celeste? This is like 1987, man. What the hell?"
So I think it's a Gutsman. Is that his name? Gutsman stage.
Yeah, yeah.
Where you hop onto those moving platforms.
I'm trying to think.
I think it's Gutsman or Rockman. I can't remember. I gotta look it up.
Gutsman.
Yeah, and those platforms are literally TAS only. you have to be pixel perfect hopping into them. It's ridiculous how
Yeah.
I bet you it was unintentionally difficult. I doubt they meant to make it that hard.
Believe it or not, like one of the things, because I saw some documentaries and they wanted Mega Man to not feel difficult.
Oh, well,
They
that's
wanted
smart.
Mega Man. They wanted Mega Man to feel like this big open space. You get one enemy, another one, and then you're good. Like that's what Mega Man is when you think about it. Like you get to a new area, you walk. There's an enemy, you beat it. There's another one, you beat it. There's another one, you beat it, and boom, you're done. And that's kind of what they went for, and they did achieve that. But still, compared to the other Mega Mans, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Not only that, but in this one, I had to leave my system on. I don't think there's a save state.
Oh
or-
no, there's not. There's no
No
passwords.
passwords. There's
Yeah.
no passwords. Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
God.
straight up continue. Yeah. So in Mega Man 2 they introduced passwords and they gave you energies. There's no energies in 1, right?
I
don't think it-
I don't remember. I don't
No,
think so.
there's no energies. Yeah, so when you're fighting the Yellow Devil, you have no choice. You can't be like, "Oh, it's Mega Man, let's use energies." No, you get no energies. So you have to like one-shot that boss fight.
And God, and if you die, you go the whole way back, and like there's the boss rush at the end,
Yeah.
and it's just
Yeah.
Yikes.
I don't know what's
The whole-
harder, that game or Ghost and Ghouls or Goblin and Ghouls. Ghost and Ghouls, right?
It's funny that they used ghosts and goblins to as an example of what not to do when they made Mega Man.
Yeah.
Like
See, and
Ghosts and Goblins is like the opposite of Mega Man. It's like, here's an enemy, here's another one. Oh my god, where's this guy coming from? Oh no, kill this guy. You know, like
I think Ghosts and Goblins was a lot more Castlevania-y
yeah.
than Mega Man was, which is good because I don't think I would have liked Mega Man 1. I mean, so I say that I don't like Mega Man 1, but it's just I don't like it in terms of the whole series, but I still like
Okay.
it, you know? Like it's
Yeah,
like the
no, I
weakest
hear
one
you,
in the
I hear you,
series
yeah.
for me.
Of
But
course,
I still,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, love the game. It's just I don't think I'd replay it
Yeah.
though, just because of the Yellow Devil.
Yeah.
He
Beating it was
something.
very rewarding.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
I was like, wow. Like because I never played it, and as a kid, I hated it. I hated Mega Man 1 because I loved Mega Man 2 and 3, and I was like, 1 is like super hard, and it's not fun, and the music sucks. That's what I thought as younger.
There's a
But,
few. There's a few good songs in Mega Man 1.
Oh,
Cutman
yeah.
Stage.
No. Let me Elect Man.
Elect
It's
Man is.
beautiful.
I covered that
Yeah.
song actually.
I love that, man. Yeah.
That's a good one.
No,
Cutman's
this
a good
is
one.
me as a kid talking. Yeah.
Yeah. The stage select is good, and so is the.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few. There's not that many good ones, but there's a few good ones.
They're light on the drums.
Yeah.
Like when you hear Lekman, it's a beautiful melody, it's a beautiful song, but it lacks the drums that Mega Man 2 has, and you might kind of juxtapose them and be like, I like Mega Man 2 better, but you kind of have to see it in that perspective, I guess.
Elect Man, I'm trying to think. That's like
That one?
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Dun.
Yeah,
Alright,
that one.
mine has drums in it.
Yeah,
Here, if
I
you're
might be
gonna-
singing in a different key, but
If you're gonna check it out, mine has drums in it. It's all synthetic.
that's awesome. I would like to hear it.
I mean,
Yeah,
I put it in the podcast text chat if you want to listen to it afterwards.
yeah.
But I do stuff like that, and But do you guys want to
Oh,
move over
podcast.
to Twitter questions?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So the first one is by Helian Soul. Is how do you feel
Okay.
about the game Checkers?
I love checkers. I think that checkers, when played with the actual rules of you have to take, it makes the game a lot more interesting. The official rules, like you have to take. So you set your opponent up. You're like you want to make a move. You're like no, you have to take me. So you take the chip or whatever. What do you call it? Checkers? You take the checker, and then you set your opponent up for like, oh, I got you on a triple. Boom, boom, boom. So checkers is awesome, but if you play it with that, it becomes very strategic. But yeah, I know it probably was a joke, but I really love checkers. I really do.
The next one is from Advert. He also asks, "Do we have this?"
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
I'm glad. I'm glad we're 2 for 2 on the "Do we have this?" Isherwood asks a good question, but we already answered it. Kind of. It was the how did you
Okay.
get your passion for music? Do you come from a
Okay.
musical family? And why do you think Mario players are so musically inclined?
Yeah,
The family
My-
part.
yeah.
we
my
didn't touch on
uncle,
that.
my uncle played piano, but I wasn't really like. I always admired my uncle for that, but I wasn't really like, I want to be a piano player. You know what I mean? I kind of discovered music on my own, but my uncle is a piano player, and my grandfather played the violin, and I have memories of my grandfather playing with my uncle, and my uncle also played the accordion, and they were jamming accordion and violin. I have that memory as a kid. I must have been young because my grandfather passed when I was 7 years old. But as far as music in the family, I really like the drums, and as a kid, it was I know everybody has a different experience, but the drums really made me feel confident, and it made me feel like, okay, I found something really cool, and I want to get good at it, and I use the drums for that reason, as well as just passion for music, and I just love music, and I love drums. And also energy wise, I felt like I was releasing a lot of energy with the drums. I was kind of shaky as a kid, like nervousness, and kind of getting it out on the drums really helped too. And yeah, I just really love music and drums.
Red, do you have
What's the
anything
next one?
you want to?
No, I don't have anything to add. Sorry.
This is actually an interesting question that
Okay.
I'm not even sure if I should ask, but I'm gonna ask it anyways.
Okay.
Because it's you. Buckaroodle asks, how much power would you have to throw a hot dog for it to orbit around
Okay.
the Earth?
It depends on the altitude of where you are. I guess let's assume it's a safe kind of separation from the Earth, where it doesn't like start pulling the hot dog back into the atmosphere. I think that you could give it a little push and it's enough. It's going to be a very slow orbit, or you can throw it as fast as you can, and I think both would work. So depends on what you want. But I might be wrong, as I'm not. I don't work for NASA, so
Really?
Right.
yeah.
Well, I completely disagree.
Alright, the next question is from Tacos, which is one that I meant to ask early, but I saw that it was a Twitter question, so I held off. Where does Bosch come from?
Okay, it's kind of like a meme, but it started actually quite a long time ago when I was studying in Florida in music school. And as a joke, I would call people Bob. And it was kind of a joke, like, "Hey, Bob, what's up, Bob?" Like that. And some people didn't like it. And I was kind of a douche back then. No, I'm kidding. I would be like, "Hey, Bob," the people that didn't like it, but that were my friends, I would kind of like maybe call them a little bit more. And then later on, the kind of the meme kind of evolved, I guess. And I started when I was a couple of beers in. I would call my friends Billy, and some people would be like, "Why is he calling me Billy?" And then somebody would basically say like, "Yo, if he's calling you Billy, it's because he loves you." And it's like I would be like, "Billy, what's up, man? Billy, Billy boy," and stuff like that. And it just kept evolving. And then later on at work, years later, I would started calling people at my work like boss, and it somehow evolved into Bosch. And then there came a point where I would walk into work and people were like, "Bosch, Bosch," like all these different voices. And it's just been kind of like a fun meme ever since. And this was like 7 years ago at work, or 8 years. And so I just started calling people that, I guess. I don't know. And then people call me that. And I think I started using it before I started streaming on Twitch. I would be like, "Bosh, what's up?"
Yeah,
I
because
definitely like.
What?
Oh, sorry. I definitely looked that up. Like after, like Googled Bosch after you were saying it a bunch and nobody was saying it. I was like, what the hell is this word?
Because in my opinion, like, you are the Bosch, Like, when I think of Bosch, I think of chess, I think of, like, oh, yeah, he's the Bosch. He's
Yeah,
the big
it's just
Bosch.
a meme, I guess. Yeah.
Alright, so Fantasy3 asks, you're such a loving and caring guy, and funny. How do you
Aw.
do it?
And sorry, what?
How do you do it?
Such a loving and caring guy. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't know. I kind of like to think that my mom, for some reason, has shaped a lot in that sense. But I like to think that I'm as nice or caring as the next person. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. I mean, I try to be happy and have fun, and I definitely, not only in streaming or anything, it's not a persona or anything. For example, I really made a decision to really not be an asshole and not give a lot of thought to like stuff that makes me angry, or like, oh, this happened at the store and it ruined my day, like type of thing. And I'm not referring to anybody. This is just my personal experience. Like I
Why don't you just at me next time?
just want to chill and not. Okay, I will. No, I'm kidding. I don't know, but I don't know. That doesn't answer anything. So that's up to the perspective of fantasy. So,
No, you're a very.
but I
positive
really
person.
appreciate you saying that I'm nice. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Big Red Boy.
Strange crab. Okay, so I was wondering about this. Who is the red shirt guy? There's a few questions here about that.
Okay. So Retro Guy is a guest that I have on my stream, and he's a friend of mine, and he's been on stream, no kidding, like more than 60 times. Like twice a month at least. And we play video games together, and I met him at a video game event, and me and Retro Guy basically became the two top people that would attend on a regular basis to this video game event. And I actually started taking Mario Maker 1 over there with my Wii U when it came out. And we used to hang out every Monday at this video game event. And, we just became friends. And he's, as you can see when he's on the stream, he's fun as hell. He's super awesome person, super fun, super nice. We got him a Nintendo Switch on stream, my community, and made him cry. Yeah, it was awesome.
Moment.
Yeah, made him cry, and he's super cool, and he's been a really good friend throughout the years, and still is. And he had a red shirt on the first stream that appeared on the first stream, and people started calling him Red Shirt Guy, and it stuck. So now he brings a red shirt. He tries to every time he's here. But he wears that shirt a lot anyways. I always saw him with that shirt, so.
So that answers Strange Crab's question of who is Red Shirt Guy, or when did Red Shirt Guy start coming on the stream.
Uh-huh.
So the next one is from Quacken. Are you and Red Shirt Guy a hive mind?
Is a hive mind, because I'm new to this stuff. Hive mind is like a collective, like.
Yeah, like you all share one thought.
Okay.
Yeah, like
I
the
see.
Borg in Star Trek.
No, but I will say this. Retro Guy is my executive producer. He's the one who tells me, like, you got to say, God damn it, Oz, you got to do this. You got to play Team Precision. I'm like, I hate Precision. Yeah, but people like that. And he tells me to do stuff for the stream. And he usually, when I listen to him, things go good. So, yeah.
This is some hot lore that we're getting.
Yeah.
Your agent, the manager.
This is why I like this podcast. We really get to find out what makes these streamers tick, and I think we set out to accomplish that today, and I think that's a great place to end. Unless you guys have anything else.
No, I think that's it for me.
That's
What
it
about
for
you?
me, too. Thank you
Alright.
so much for having me. You guys are awesome. I had
Hey.
a lot of fun.
Thanks for coming on. This is a lot of fun. We'd like to have you back sometime.
Awesome. Really appreciate that, and can't wait for the other podcasts too. The previous two ones were awesome. Go listen
Thanks.
to those, everybody listening to this.
Yeah. Next week we're gonna be with Mark Alarm, the creator of Celeste.smc. That should be a fun one.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
And with that, thank you guys for watching. All of Chess's links will be in the description below, as well as all
thank
of
you.
mine and Big Red Boy's links. But yeah, thanks for watching. We both appreciate, all three of us appreciate it, if you will.
Yeah, thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah. All right, take it easy.
Take it easy, guys. See ya.